So I'll run this again so that you see. Okay. So remember, I'm not running the entire program. I just highlighted a few so that you can see what I'm trying to show you. So this is done first of all. Then rather this is done. Move forward a bit, then turn. Move until you see the black line. Stop. Alright. So it's going to move forward a bit, and then that stops. Let me check exactly where my two color sensors are so that I can follow the line more smoothly. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to confirm which of them is port 1 and which is port 2. So port 2 is currently seeing black. So definitely port 6 it's seeing 6, and I guess 6 should be white. Right, so 6 is white. Simply means that well, we'll get to find out. I guess this is my port 2 and this is port 1. 1, 2, 3. So let's progress from here. I'm going to include a very simple line follower here in between this here. Alright. So this is how to make a very basic line follower. Use your loop block. Change this to color sensor. Sorry. Follow. I think it's better if we use reflected light intensity, but some of you do not know that yet, so we're gonna just make use of color. Change this to black. Right, so next you're gonna use this. Duplicate this, put it here. Do you see what I've done? Let me just make this full screen. Some of you should, if your AV3 is open there, you can start doing this so that you learn faster and to stick longer. Right, so this is it. So now what you want to do is you want to make a sharp turn and this one the opposite direction. Alright, so something like this. Let's try out this one and see what happens. This is port 3. Okay, let me change this to 2. So it has seen the black line, right? But before this, I'm gonna ask it to move forward a bit so that it passes the black line just by a little. So put this block right here. So then moves forward maybe for less than a second. 0.8 or 7. Okay. let's see how that goes. So let me run that particular block. Okay. So did you see that? So we're gonna loop this, and let's see. I'm not sure why it did that.
I'm copying the code.
Alright, great. Okay. So I guess from here now we can start following the line. Let me see how far wide it is from the lines. Okay. I guess this is a good position. Someone trying to join the class. Okay, Prosper. Yeah.
Yes, so my camera is up now.
Okay. So I'll soon call on you to show us what you've got.
Okay.
Okay, so
Now I'm
let's.
copying the code.
Alright, great. So I think this is too much. I'm gonna reduce this power to 30. Let's see. Still too much. 0.3 seconds. I'll leave it at 50. So I'm doing this because, listen, I've programmed this already before. I'm doing this for the sake of those of you that have little experience. I'm trying to show you the process of programming. Alright, I'm trying to make you understand how things should be done, how your thinking pattern should be.
People are coming here.
Do you understand? I'm trying to make you see how everything should go. Let's go. So let's see how this works. I think it's way past that first line. So let me see something. Alright. So this is exactly where we want it to be. I'm gonna check that. Okay, I think this is where we want it to be. I'm gonna test this, but I'm not sure it's gonna work just the way we have planned, but let's test it out. So right now I'm looping my line follower.
Can they levels have to do is
What did you say?
can they in that yellow box have to do is count. What are the numbers?
Come again, Joshua.
In that yellow box has to do with time.
This
What are
one.
those numbers? Yes.
This is just unlimited.
Okay.
Yeah, you can set many things. So this is a loop block where you can give the condition to end a loop. Alright. So this is what we have here. So this is our line follower. If you see black, make a right turn. If it's not black, make a left turn. So it's gonna have this kind of jerky movement until trying to follow the line. This is not the best of techniques to use. For the sake of this class, I'm just showing you guys. It's a contest, so I expect you people to do your research and come up with the best solution. So let's try out this and see. I guess it won't let me. So run this all over again. Okay.
So how do you make your second move steering? How to
All right. So I like what I'm coming. Did you observe that? So it's moving in opposite direction. So let's adjust that.
Yes, sir.
All right. So who asked the question? Please go ahead. How did I make what?
How do you make your second move steering block have 2 powers?
Second move steering block. If I understand what you mean this one.
No, I mean not in the switch, like in your whole program, the second move steering block.
This one.
Yes.
This is move tank. So with move tank, you can control
Oh,
your tires individually. All right.
okay.
Yeah. So let's try this out again. Okay. So this is stopped. Someone is raising their hand. I'm coming. So do you see this? Can everybody see this?
Yes.
So this is a very basic line follower. Alright. And it's definitely not the best for you, but I think you can work with it. So let's adjust it. Let's adjust it further to suit our demands, to suit what we want to do. But I've just taught you a basic simple line follower. So it's following the line, but very jerky, but I think you can begin with that. Can you see it? It's following the line. Alright, so I'm going to stop this simulation. So here's the code for that. Copy it down and work on it. see, go on YouTube, search for line followers. Don't worry, we'll be releasing our videos very shortly so that all these things can be easy for you to access. But for now, go on YouTube, search line followers, and get the best out of this competition. Right. So let me. Did someone raise their hand? Any question? No, I guess not. I'll just head back to the lesson. So we looped this to infinity, but we're going to change that. We'll change it to remember, we want it to follow the line until it sees this break here. Alright, until it sees this break. So we'll adjust that in our program here. So this is a loop for infinity. This is a loop for infinity. Look at the sign here, infinity. Right, so it means keep on doing this forever. We're going to change that to color sensor, and we want our third color sensor, which is on port 3, to see blue. So now this will keep on running until that color sensor sees blue. Let's try it out. Did you see? Did it stop? Everybody, did it stop?
Yes.
Alright, so did we see that? Did we all see that? Alright, great.
Yes, sir.
Great. So that's exactly what you want to do. Alright, that's exactly what you want to do. And there's a way to store that information, but I won't show it to you today. There's a way to store that information. Your color sensor can actually store that it has seen blue, and henceforth to plan its path to where blue is and where not blue is. Alright, so it can do path planning, but I'm not going to show you that today. You can easily use your brain to know where blue is, right here and right here. So if yours is red, you can exactly know where red is, right here and right here. So move on till you see blue, then you just use your brain to know what path is going to follow. Alright, so I'm going to allow this robot, when it sees blue, keep on moving straight with this same line follower. Let's see how that goes. So I'm just going to duplicate the entire loop, put it right after this one. So it has seen blue. So now keep moving straight. Let's see, let me try this one out if it's gonna work. I think it just stops right there. Do this until it sees blue. Right, I'm going to add a loop interrupt here. Let's see how that works. Run that again. Sometimes it might not be your program. All right, don't be quick to adjust your program. It might just be some glitch from the stuff. This will network issue from VRT. So run your program up to 3 times to be sure that it's an issue from your program before you begin to adjust your program. So it's still stopped at blue, so let's remove that. And okay, so what we're gonna do from here, so it says blue, so let's just keep moving. All right, so follow the line until okay, I think we'll just include the time here. Okay, better still we can use a wait block. So copy this out, delete the loop. We're deleting the entirety of this. So better still we can use a wait block so that we don't get things too complex. So it's going to continue doing this until, let's say, 5 seconds. Remember, I want you to follow this line until it gets to this point here, to this junction. So let's say 5 seconds will get us to this junction. All right. All of this is not necessary for now. So let's see. Right, that's happened for the second time. Let's see. Right, so I guess it's an issue from our program, and let's see where that is. So it's not seeing the black line. Okay, I guess this should be it's on right there. Move until you see the black line and then follow the line. Okay, I'm gonna add a weight right here. When it sees a black line, still move forward for, I think that's what I tried doing earlier. Still move forward for 1 rotation. That's too much. 0.2. So let's see if that will work. Okay, I think it went backwards. Change this to -50. Why could that be happening? Is anybody seeing a solution? Let me zoom out. Port 2. I think someone raised their hand. Okay. Maybe I'm gonna change this to 3. 1 rather. Okay, so it's moving. Okay, let's take this bit by bit. So let's take this bit by bit. Let's run up to here and see what's happening. Okay, and then So it's saying the black line quite alright. Okay. So it simply means it's from this part of our program. I'm gonna change this. Let's invert it. Minus 41. Change this one to okay. Or didn't it follow the line? Is it because of this stuff? I think so. So let's try that again. So that's the issue. So I'm gonna find a way to include a timer here. Time 5 seconds. Alright, so let's see how long 5 seconds will take us. Whether it will take us up to this junction here. Alright, so these were 5 seconds stop. Maybe 7 seconds will take us right here. So let's increase the time to 7 and see what happens. Okay, I think 7 just passed it a bit, so let's say 6. Okay, we are close. We are close. We are close. We are close. I think at this point we can make a turn. Let's attempt a turn and see. What turn will it be now? The right turn, the left turn. Let's see. What do I use? I think we'll use a move tank for better accuracy. So put one at 0 and put one at -50. And this is because the whole motion is reversed rather. So all your movements should be in the negative value. Right, one rotation. Let's see how that goes. Right. Okay, so the other way around. -50, 0. and also I don't think it's gonna get to the line, so I'm gonna increase this a bit to 6 points, maybe 3 seconds, and then 1.5 rotation, 1.7. Alright, so this is how you go about your programming, adjusting at every bit of the way until you get there. Okay, that turns too much. Let's do 1.5. 1 point, what do we use before? 1. Let's use 1.3. So this is the last thing I'll do. I'll get to that first ball and that will be all for today. Alright, so we're gonna move forward a bit before it makes that turn. 6.4, so that it gets on the black line. Can you see that the color sensor missed the black line a bit? So let's do that again. Okay, I think it's better now. So let's resume our line following. It's on the line now, so copy all of these, just Ctrl C, Ctrl V, drag it to this end. So if it has gotten to that point, we want to follow the line again, probably up to this point here. Okay, so let's see how that goes. Now this time will be far less because 6.4 seconds will definitely pass.
So I'm joining a different device.
Sorry, you said?
I'm joining in a different device.
Okay. So okay, so we have achieved our aim. It followed the line, but now it followed the line for just too long. Let's make it 1 second and see. Esther, right? Okay, so let's see what 1 second will do for us. Okay, I think this is safe distance. I just hope it's safe enough for us to turn. Is it safe enough for us to turn? Because to actually pick this blue ball, you're going to need to turn. See the mechanism you're going to use. Here, it's behind the robot. Can you see it? It's behind the robot. This is the mechanism you're going to use to pick it. This right here. So we're gonna.
I don't think it's safe. It's too close.
All right. So we're gonna back up a bit. So it simply means we want this to follow the line for far less time. Let's say, okay, I think it's okay. Then we're just gonna revise a bit and then turn. So let's add that to our program. So there are 2 ways you can do this. You can either make the line following to follow the line for maybe 0.5 seconds, or you leave it at 1 second, and when it's here you make it come back a bit then turn. Right, so let's use the second option. We're going to make it to come back a bit then turn. To do that, you can either use your move jump or move steering. So I'm using move steering here. Remember, negative value is forward, positive value is backward in this case. So we're going to leave it here. This meaning is going to go backward for one rotation, I guess is too much, and the power is too much. Let's say 30. One rotation, I'm not sure. Let's use 0.5. All right, and let's see. Okay. Can we analyze that? Is that okay? Is it too much? That is safe distance for us.
It is a
Make our,
safe distance.
so let's make our turn. Let's make our turn. We're gonna do a spin turn right here. So use your move down. Right. So set one to -50 and the other to +50. To make a full rotation, it's going to be about 1.3, I guess, or 1.4. Let's try this out. Alright, I guess it's not full, so let's use 1.4. I think it missed the line at some point. Run that again. Okay. No, I guess it's too much. You know what? Let's check what the color sensor can see. Maybe it should turn until the color sensor sees black. That way it will be on the line. Okay, so let's do that until it sees black, until this one sees black. This one right here, this color sensor on port 3. Alright, so set this to on. Use your weight block. Set this to color. Remember, set to port 3. So until it sees black, it's going to turn. Alright, so let's see if that would work for us. Okay, let's observe. I've seen this black, so I'm gonna make it to see the second black, not the first black. What do you think you can do from here? I think we'll use both of them. Let's use both techniques. Alright, so it's exactly where we want our color picker to be. So it's moved until this saw black, isn't it? So I guess it's parallel to it's not very straight. I don't think it's very straight. It's going to miss it at some point, except if it's going to follow the line. Let's see. Okay. So now, because it's in front of this back line, this black line, we're going to make it to go back a bit before it starts following the line again. Okay. So back up a bit. It's going to go back a bit. We'll reduce the rotation maybe 0.3. Then resume line following. So let me just copy the line follower there. Ctrl C, Ctrl V, Ctrl Z, Ctrl Z, Ctrl C, Ctrl V. So let's see. Miss a line there. Let me increase this. Okay, so we're going to reverse the line following here. 50 sorry. Oh, yeah. 50, 50, so that it goes backward. So it's following the line forward instead of backward. What happened there? Let's try that again. Yeah, somebody raised their hand. Why that keeps happening. Let's try it without the line follower. Oh, I guess where this is coming from. I think we have our solution. So let's try that again. So that's how to take the first ball. And in case you want to drop the first ball, you want to drop it, let's assume you have gotten to the chimney. Alright, let's assume you have gotten here and you want to drop it. Let me show you what you're going to do. Remember, this is a medium motor and it's holding it here, so even if you move, this ball will not fall off. Right, so if you want to drop it, you need to bend the medium motor a bit so that this ball falls off, and that's what I'm going to show you now. Let me show you. So this is our program to get to that first ball. Remember, everything I'm doing here is the very basic of things, and you can always improve it. For instance, I'm using a simple line follower here instead of a PID, and there are more simpler and faster ways to get to this ball. Right, your line follower will make it smooth. So it's just because this is a competition, and for the sake of those who have little experience, that's why we are doing this. So let me show you if you want to drop your ball. I'll do the programming here. Look for your medium motor, which is right here. Okay, so for this to work, I would actually need a start block. Medium motor is connected to port A. Okay, so we're going to confirm now whether it's negative or positive that makes it turn. Alright, so let's stop this simulation and head to behind our robot and see what it does. So let me run this. Okay, so that's the direction we want it to go, but apparently the power is too much and definitely the amount of rotations. So we'll just make this 0.3 rotations and see how it goes. Still too much. Reduce the power to 20, reduce this to 0.2. We just want it to be just enough to flick the ball over. That is still too much. 0.1. Power 15. I think that's okay. The ball should fall off at this angle, alright? So but in case if it doesn't fall off, you can always adjust your angle. So when your ball has fallen off, you would want this stuff to return back to place, alright? So just copy the same code and reverse the entire process. Change this to, just change this to negative 15 and to get back in shape. Alright, so you might also want it to wait a bit to ensure that the ball has completely fallen off. So you allow it to wait for maybe 0.5 seconds before returning back to place. So let's see how that works. Someone trying to join the class. Okay, let's see how that works. Did you see that? I'm gonna do it again. So it's turned, waited for 0.5 seconds and returned back to place. You can increase the timing 0.8 to, it depends on what your situation is like, just to be sure that your ball falls off. Did you see that? So that's that's that for dropping your ball off, and that will be all I'll show you today. So I'm going to run the program one more time, and I'll allow Prosper to share his screen. Prosper, I hope your VRT is opened and you're ready to go. Alright, so this is a program here. I'll just delete this, or rather I'll delete this play so that it doesn't work. Yeah, so play. Okay, that is that. I'll zip these codes and drop it on the competition group for those of you that are there. Your parents are on the competition group, so you can find the codes there.